Today, we are making more than a meal. We are creating movement of nourishment for the body, the mind, and the spirit. For those of us who've lived through things like childhood trauma, and neglect, and abuse, foods can be more to us than just fuel. It can become a bridge back to safety and trust and even self care. This is part of the V for Victuals. In the pillar of Octave's method, where foods are honored as a sacred partner to our healing. So, welcome to the No Trauma Drama Tacos around here. And TACOS really stands for Triggering Alchemy and choose openness and safety. This recipe is about transforming these old wounds into new nourishment, creating a safe space for both the mind and the spirit. Now, one bite at a time. We will start with firm coconut meat. We're just going to place that. It has been cut up in pieces already. Coconut meat is rich in healthy fats. That really gives our brain the steady and calm energy that it's going to need to sustain us throughout the day, the month, the year, all of that stuff. These MCT fats really feed and protect the nervous system, which often carries the impact that chronic stress has on us. Coconut's lauric acid also supports the immune system, making for sure I'm getting the last bits of my coconut meat. And lauric acid, it supports the immune system, which can also be weakened with excessive cortisol exposure. And then we're going to add our soaked sun-dried tomatoes. They're deep and rich red color, really kind of signifies and signals the lycopene, which is really an antioxidant that protects the brain cells and from things like oxidative stress. This is particularly important in trauma recovery because that's really where inflammation in the brain's emotional centers can affect mood and memory. So then what could we add next? Let's add some coconut aminos. And coconut aminos really bring that gentle saltiness along with our amino acids. These are really the building blocks of serotonin and dopamine, which, our feel-good neurotransmitters. And so you really want a steady intake of these nutrients to really help restore the mood and balance and even our motivation. So let's also go with a touch of olive oil. This is going to add that omega-9 fatty acids and the polyphenols supporting our cardiovascular and our brain health, while calming inflammation that stress can spark. And something else I would like to add will be some paprika, and that can either be smoked paprika or sweet paprika. And then I'm also going to add some cumin. And both of these are warming to the body. They awaken the senses. Spices do more than just give us flavor. They really support our digestive system and stimulating those endorphin releases, often comfort and connection to the body, but in these safe ways. And so we put our cumin seeds in there. Then I'm going to add a mixture of garlic and red onion. And really, the garlic is that anti-inflammatory, that antimicrobial support, really aiding in immune health Get all my garlic in there, really aiding in immune health and improving things like blood flow to the brain. And really, even if we want to heat it up just a little bit more, let's just add a pinch of cayenne. And cayenne can really boost the circulation and really make you feel energized in this gentle way throughout the day. And though these foods, and although you might have some sensory sensitivity, you may also include things like turmeric if you want a little bit more of that anti-inflammatory benefit. So we're just gonna put some cumin in there. You know, we finish with this mineral-rich sea salt. I'm going to use some dose granules. And this is really going to help to regulate the nervous system, electric activity, while promoting some calming and grounding capabilities. So let's get to blending. So everything is here in our food processor, and we're going to do some pulsing because we still want to keep the chunks, but we want to see that they're actually kind of blending a little bit well. So we'll pulse. Kind of liking this texture right here. So we have our romaine lettuce for our taco shells, and on the bottom I put some really fresh sprouts. We're gonna add our coconut meat. I want a little extra spinach. Gonna put some peppers and some tomatoes and top it with a little extra crunch. So sometimes when you're creating, you get to add other things for nutrient value. So I might add pumpkin seeds for magnesium and zinc to really calm our nervous system, and it really supports our brain functioning. You could even think of things like hemp seed to give you that additional omega-3 fatty acids to really help balance those neurotransmitters, or even things like cilantro. Next time I'll do cilantro. Today I did sprouts, which is just cilantro is another favorite, and it helps with these detoxifying qualities that can really just clear things in terms of clarity in your thought process. So think of it like each ingredient has a purpose. Every movement in the kitchen is also a part of your healing. And as I prepare this, I remember that food can be one of our first safe, nutritious experiences that can really help us reclaim our wellness. And in that simple act, we're choosing openness, we're choosing safety, and we feed not just our bodies, but this aspect of our soul and our spirit. Come to a comfortable seat with your meal before you and just let your body settle, your feet resting on the ground. The spine is supported in a soft and gentle, upright way. Begin by taking a slow breath in through your nose and a gentle exhale through your mouth, letting the shoulders drop. Take a moment to pause, a moment to remember your body, mind, soul, that you are safe right now. Notice the colors of the meal, the textures, the aromas. Allow your senses to wake up without any rush or judgment. And if you have a history of food just feeling unsafe or rushed or even disconnected, know that you are here in this moment. You are in control. You choose how to nourish yourself. You choose how to pace. And as you breathe in, silently saying to yourself, I am here. And as you breathe out, saying, I am safe. Placing one hand gently on the belly and the other hand on the heart, and feel the body receiving your own care. And when you're ready, take your first bite slowly, noticing the textures and the flavors and the way your jaw moves around as it chews. Feel how this food becomes part of you, not just physically, but emotionally. Every bite is a message to your nervous system. You are cared for, you are nourished, you belong in your own body. And continue breathing slowly, allowing this meal to be an act of restoration, one that honors the strength it took to come this far in this moment, and with the self compassion for yourself to keep going. Thank you, thank you, thank you for enjoying a healthy, nutritious meal on me.